I've seen all good people. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Sound is such an incredible quality. We are fortunate enough to be able to experience, eliciting all kinds of responses depending on what kind of sound, what our experience has been with particular types of sounds. It's amazing. I was thinking this morning about the flowing essence of our beings, about our pulse, about our cadence or rhythm of life. It's always on, it's always occurring to help one flow, to help one grow, to glow, to become more aware, shine, is captivating the experience of being alive through one's own process of circulation. From one's first mental activity in one's mother's womb. Hello? This is what is going on. When we go to sleep at night and everything else shuts down, what continues for you, helping to keep us alive? It is your pulse. It is your breathing. Know thyself. There's so much talk and banter going on about so many different philosophies. I'm reading about traditionalists and modernists and postmodernists and integralists. And it seems there's a lot of effort made to define everything in seemingly complicated and in the abuse of the creation of long words to describe the growing pains of evolution. When it is a continuum, it is growing. This is the stages of development man is talking about, scientists, mental scientists, social scientists are thinking about. Similarly, our religions today, yesterday, thousands of years ago, are all parts of the process of growing. That's not to say that any of them are good or bad or indifferent. It's just part of the journey of creation, of life, of Homo sapiens we're talking about, right? Ourselves, our species. Finding a comfortable posture most likely happened 4 or 5 minutes ago. And tuning into one's breathing with a sense of awareness of one's own glow, of one's own orangey red exuberance, one's orangey red radiance of energy. This is the reality of you and I. If you have your hands together or are nestled up to someone else, or you have maybe your legs are close together, or you just feel you're sensitive and you feel the warmth emanating from your own body. It's a miracle. These are the opportunities not to take these miracles for granted. Allow oneself to just be in awe at one's own uniqueness, one's own sense of reverence and amazement at what is represented by oneself and everything else. bundles of miracles. Yes. And with this widening perspective, difficult not to be humbled by the immensity of everything important and thankful. Also important. It is the effervescence. It is the welling up of creation that has brought all this about. Looking from a perspective of the vastness of creation, we see such a little part, and yet it is beyond our comprehension. Meditation is the art, is the tools one uses to be mindful. Mindfulness is the practice, the consideration of being. People want to learn to meditate, breathe, pulse, shimmer in one's own radiance, and think. Ask the 5 W's and 1 H about one's questions, one's subjects of interest. This can be more than this. It can be an investigation that comprises readings and going to classes and performing all kinds of rituals, other kinds of learned traditions from different spiritual traditions. It can be this too. And that's fine. The types of pursuits, they all have the same end point in mind, which is being more mindful. However way you pursue your goal, your aspiration, it is the intensity, it is the practice itself that measures one's success, the perception, the heightened receptivity that one has. It is in this. This is mindfulness. And as you become more mindful of just the basics, you will discover this. And then it takes off on its own. It is similar to the story of Pandora's box. Once opened, the box doesn't close. Keep wanting to learn more. Keep wanting to increase this vitality and being that you are seeing yourself become. You are finding a sense of enjoyment, crafting better representations of ourselves in our meditations, in our practices of mindfulness. How often, all day, is the only recommendation that is fair to share. Do you want to be aware for only 14 minutes in a day? No. You want to flow, glow, and shine like a burning ember. Heat. That's whom you are. And you want to be that. And you are. Flowing awareness of this condition is as simple as remembering one's breath, breathing. It's as simple as feeling one's pulse, realizing one's heart is squeezing. What does that mean? Having perspective. See evolution's forces in action, expanding, perceiving the universe. This is a simple goal. Doing these things, being in awe. Namaste. Communication is everything. even the communication to yourself. Yes? Yet, the communication that we share with others, other people, other animals, other anything other, is so important because in its own way it is a representation of ourselves. Are we closed down? Are we holding back? Or are we giving and being open to receiving? This is a question for consideration for everyone.